It started with a step followed by a trot. We learned to gallop. Then it got mechanical. At first it was to survive. It was all about the destination, but that changed when the journey started to get fun. I'm Julian Taylor, and these are my friends, Sam and Jen. If it has a motor, we will ride it, drive it, or fly it, and compete to win. It's not always about where you go, it's how you get there. It's not where you go, it's how you get there.
He asked me to bring insect repellent spray. Haven't got a clue why. Wonder what he's got up his sleeve for me this morning. Let's go find out. So I'm gonna go in there and find Sam, and I bet he's hidden up in that office of his that looks down on his whole palace. It's a big glass building looking down on the sales floor. It's gorgeous, got loads of technology in it. He can see all of the toys that he's got in there and all of the people that are coming in to buy his toys that are in there.
All I asked for from Julian was bring a bottle of Bug Off, dress accordingly, long sleeves, long pants, because you're gonna need it.
So what's the bug spray for then?
We're going out to the Everglades. We're gonna go out airboating and on side-by-sides.
Oh man, airboats, those big, huge ones with the massive engines on them.
Oh yeah.
I've never been to the Everglades before. I've heard a lot about it. Really excited to go see what it's like. And I'm really looking forward to this airboat. They're supposed to be huge, big block engines, really loud, and they go really fast. What's going on with Jen? Where is she?
She wasn't all excited about coming out to the Everglades.
What, because her hair's gonna get messy or the humidity will make it all curly or something?
I think it was more related to the alligators.
Alligators? I hate alligators. I loathe them. They make my skin crawl.
There's nothing to be worried about. It's like 1 in a million chance that we're gonna see an alligator out in the Everglades today.
Really?
No, it's a 1 in a million chance that you're not gonna see an alligator.
So what are we gonna take off the showroom floor then? Can we take a Vanderhall? Can we take, say, a ZX-10?
Every time we're pulling something off the showroom floor, I can't sell it. Let's take our own personal vehicles.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to clean it first.
Why would you clean your car to go out to the Everglades?
Preventative maintenance, so that the bugs do not stick to the car. Today, I use the Optimum OptiClean, which basically you spray onto the front of the car, and it then protects it against bugs and dirt, anything general that'll hit it when you're out on the road. Preventative cleaning measures.
Well, that was a bit of a ride, huh?
You change your shirt?
I did change my shirt. It's
Long
gonna be
sleeve.
a long day, hot day. I don't want to get eaten up. Remember, it's always little critters out there.
You saw that huge bug storm we went through? Look at my car. I haven't got one bug on it. It's spotless.
It is spotless. Mine,
You
but
got bugs.
so what?
That stuff really works.
Maybe there is some truth to this OptiCode obsession that he has. I don't want to tell him to his face because I'll never hear the end of it. But when we pulled in and he brought up the fact that his car was still pretty clean and mine had bugs on it, I did a double take back to his. It looked brand new. So that stuff works.
What the hell's that for?
That's just a map.
What do
you
you
know
need a map about here for?
I'll explain it to you later.
Okay, no problems. Are we meeting these guys here then?
Yes, Russ Diesel. Great group of guys, father and son. They got crazy airboats. They're the best ones in town, and that's what we're going out in.
I know Sam. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. Bought four-wheelers from him in the past, his shop, his business, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. It's always a good time.
What's up, guys?
Hello, gentlemen.
How are
Time
you?
to get out here.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir, man.
Hey, I'm Julian. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
This is my buddy Julian.
All right.
I want to introduce you to these guys. Russ Sr., Russ Jr., longtime friends of mine, and I called the best guys in for the job. They got the best airboats around.
So you guys got a performance diesel shop, is that right?
Yes, sir, we do. We have a company called Russ Diesel in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Right.
And we've been fixing trucks and generators for like 35 years down here.
So airboats then is a hobby, it's a bit of fun for you guys?
Yes, sir. This is what we do when we're taking a break. We like to get
Right.
out here and just terrorize the Everglades whenever we can.
Do me a favor and tell Julian a little bit about where we are. I tried filling him in a little bit, and he's not from around here really, so this is something new to him.
We're pretty much on the east side of the Florida Everglades, and
Right.
we're off Alligator Alley, this road's known as.
You keep mentioning these bloody alligators all the time.
I
Are
didn't
they
mention it. He
everywhere?
was just telling you the name of the road.
Do you just see them like at the side of the water?
You never know when you're gonna see them. They're all over.
Not often though, right?
Are they aggressive?
We've been coming out here a long time, and we've never had anyone get eaten completely by an alligator, but it was the first time for everything. Maybe they like tea and crimpets.
So I've got the maps that you asked about earlier. I was kind enough to make 2 copies, one for you,
Okay.
one for me, and I marked on there an actual campsite. The challenge today is to see who gets there first, who's the fastest and can navigate the best to get there first.
Oh, navigation's my sweet spot. I was a Boy Scout for years. Maps, perfect. No problems
They don't
whatsoever.
have Boy Scouts in London.
Yeah, of course they do. But where am I here then? Whereabouts are we?
You're
Here?
about there.
Here? About
Yes,
there?
sir.
And that's about the most help they're going to give us.
Is it?
They're just going to make sure we're safe.
So we're going to actually drive these boats.
We are going to drive these boats on our own.
Sweet, I love it.
Awesome, isn't it?
Hold on, guys. Before I let you drive them, you're gonna have to do a little training with us. And just from what I've seen on the show, I really would like for you to go with me, Sam.
Smart man. That's where the wisdom kicks in.
I'll take the funny talking guy.
Worst comes to worst, I'll have to show you the way, son. Won't be the first time.
I love it. Father and son rivalry. That's brilliant.
Enough talking, guys. Let's get to training.
Let's do it.
This is throttle?
This is your stick
Oh.
for steering, and here's
This
your
is
throttle down
throttle's
here.
Okay, got it.
And up here's all your gauges and your ignition switch to start it up.
You got a lot of gauges.
Basically, you just gotta get out here and keep it nice and smooth and don't move this stick too much.
How steady is it? From the top, with it being relatively top heavy at the back there with that big propeller?
There's really nothing about an airboat that's safe. They're all top heavy and oversized engines on a small boat.
Right.
But we try and make the best of that.
What size lump's in this?
This one's got a 440 cubic inch, 780 horsepower. It's a very similar to a NASCAR engine. It's got a SP2 engine.
Now we're sitting on the pavement. We're going to drive on pavement?
Yes, sir.
Does this not scratch the bottom of this thing?
No, but it has polymer plastic on the bottom to protect it from rocks and asphalt and whatnot.
All right, so where's my driving seat then? Where do I go?
You're over here on this one.
I'm with Russ Jr. He's a pretty quiet guy. However, he is the brains behind the operation. He's going to teach me very, very quickly how to drive this boat.
And this guy thinks he's going to win.
1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. My experience today was fantastic. We started off with Russ Jr. and Russ Sr. taking us out off the dock. They gave us a really quick flying lesson on how to use it forwards, backwards, left, right, accelerator, job done, and we were off.
There's a lot of different types of trails, different kinds of water. We had deep water, shallow water, sawgrass. We had to travel through canal. We had a lot of different scenery to see, but everybody did good.
We started off on some tight trails, trying to, learn how to operate the boats. It wasn't a big enough area to really get comfortable and switch and have us try for the first time, where if something goes wrong, it can go really wrong.
First thing that they tell you, you've got to keep on the power. Do not decelerate, because water will come in the back. And this has got an open hull, it's not a solid hull. So water actually does come into the boat genuinely. So you've got to be very careful of that.
Russ Sr. knows all about these things. He gave me a good little tutorial. We had our headsets on. We were talking back and forth. And I got, a good feeling of how it operated. I watched what he was doing. I picked it up pretty quick, I think. I mean, it wasn't that hard to do.
These boats don't like deep water, and we were in deep water. So both of the guys were concerned that they wanted to get us to shallow water, which is basically what they did, and then they let us go.
All right, you guys ready to get this challenge started?
Absolutely, too right.
Make sure you got your little map there, buddy.
Yep, I got my map, here it is, with my little cross on it. Tell me where I'm going.
If I don't see you by dark, I'll send out air rescue.
And vice versa.
If for any reason you do win, I'll let you pick the side-by-side.
You're on. That's a good bet. All right, Bonnie lad, let me take over.
So Russ Sr. does the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're off to the races.
I can't believe how much power this boat's got. It feels like an aeroplane. Oh, it is an airplane. It's an airplane motor.
Julian certainly wasn't afraid to push the limits of the machine.
Next thing you know, I just see Julian go a whole different direction.
Being a Boy Scout, or used to be a Boy Scout as a kid, means that I can navigate.
I don't know what he was thinking, where he thought he was going, but he was going the wrong way.
I navigated west, but I needed to go a little bit more northwest. You recognize where we are?
Yeah.
You know where we are?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going, that's west. So I found myself in the middle of nowhere. And Russ Jr., somebody told him he wasn't allowed to help me. So he would never blooming help me.
Coming out here today and playing on these things, I had a blast. There's so much to see, so much to do, whether you're with your family or just with the guys hanging out. It's every time out here, I think it's just a different adventure. You never know what to expect.
Yeah!
I knew it.
All right. Sweet, sweet, Sam, sweet.
Oh, yeah. First one on land, the winner at the camp. Yes. Huh.
All I had was a little red dot on a silly map. If I had a compass, it would have been a lot easier.
Would you like any help?
Nah, I can work it out. There's west. That's where we're going. I got no cell service though, so I can't use that. All right, well, let's keep at it.
Already.
I got a good feeling now. I think I know where I'm going. I'm gonna keep following where the sun's setting, west.
Already, let's go.
I haven't got a clue where I was going.
I got concerned. I thought we're calling, air rescue or something to find these guys. At that point in time, I didn't know if they broke down, just were lost. All we had was a map. And obviously it was up to Julian to make it happen, and he didn't make it happen.
Julian and I took a different path, and it didn't work out for us this time.
So, I mean, what do you think? Should we call air rescue now or wait a little bit?
We'll give them about another 20 minutes.
We're running out of daylight, though.
Yeah, they'll be okay. They might get mosquitoes on them a little bit, but they'll be all right.
Critters, snakes, mosquitoes. This place is weird.
Oh, hold on. I hear an airboat. The question is it them? He doesn't like to get beat, and I beat him all the time. That's what it comes down to. Looks like he's driving Miss Daisy over there. No wonder he took so long to get here. Holy cow. Oh, look at all the water in that thing. What do you do, sink it?
Oh, whoa.
Damn it!
What happened, you guys?
Where you been? Did you break down?
We got a little bit lost.
I'm glad you're alive, bro. I was getting worried about you.
Wait, we got it.
Russ and Julian ended up taking a different route. They thought they were gonna try a fast one on us and get here quicker, but it didn't work out for them. We took the best trails and we beat them out here.
Definitely hurt losing to the old man a little bit, but we'll make up for that another day. I wasn't driving nor navigating, so I'm gonna have to put the blame on Julian.
Russ Sr., I have to thank you, because I get to pick my own side-by-side first because of you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
All right, anytime.
Appreciate it. I would not be comfortable heading back home if it wasn't for having Junior and Senior with us to make sure that we get back safely.
So we're cutting out of here now then? It's time to go?
Yeah, we need to go.
Let's do it.
It's another win for Team Sam. Next, it's going to be side-by-sides in the mud.
Due to my little navigational faux pas, Sam gets to pick his side-by-side. But I still get to play with side-by-sides, which is great. Morning, morning.
What's happening, Julian?
You got him, mate. You got him. Look
Sure
at these
did.
things.
I told you we would. Now listen, we spent a lot of time on the water yesterday. Today's all about land. We're gonna get into a little bit of mud, a little bit of trail riding. I know a Brit boy like you hasn't been around the Everglades a whole lot, so this is all new to you.
Now, the Everglades might be new to me, but I did have a Polaris Razor for 4 years at home in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
I didn't have the Turbo S, but I had the Razor XP, and that's what this is here, but this is lifted. This is really high. It's
This
got a higher
is the
scale.
Razor XP High Lifter Edition, lifted with a lot more accessories. The portals really help out a lot. When you lift it this high, you don't have the drive shafts at such an angle, so it saves the wear on it. I mean, it's got big tires on it, made for the mud. So really what you have here are two different models. One model that's made to go in the deep mud, one model that's more for trail riding and going fast, especially with the turbo. I guess I need to make a decision on which model I want to take since I'm the one that won the challenge on the airboats.
Absolutely, that was the rule.
If it's gonna be muddy, I definitely wanna go this route, but if it's not so muddy, I'm gonna need the speed to stay ahead of you. I think I'm gonna go with the High Lifter Edition. We sell a ton of side-by-sides at Broward Motorsports, and the High Lifter Edition does so well for us, I'm gonna go that route.
But I'm fine with this one. I'll take the Turbo S. The good thing is then I can compare, because like I said, I had the Razor XT for like 4 years.
Another determining factor for me is the fact that this one has a winch, and I know I'm gonna be pulling you out of somewhere.
I have noticed already that if you have to pull me out, you got the gear on. What the heck are you wearing? You got a pair of wellies, and then you've glued on a piece of waterproof, I don't know, fabric.
You might be making fun of me now, but in a little while, when we're in 3 or 4 foot deep mud,
How are you holding them up?
got my Roxer belt, holding them on. Don't be
Man,
jealous.
Oh, look at that. Now, can you get them in different colors, or are they only in brown?
Well, today I just brought brown out. I thought it was an appropriate color for going out in the woods. I like to camouflage myself.
I think green or pink. Pink would be even better.
I'll order you a pink set. How's that?
I love them. I'm just going to sit in there, and you can pull me out and get in with your waders.
You're gonna wish you had them in a few minutes. And then once we get out there, we'll figure out what the next challenge is.
I just want to tell you right now, before we even start, I'm not losing any challenge today. This thing's coming out first, guaranteed.
You're just desperate for a win. Let's get out there.
Right, let's go do it. I am really looking forward to exploring on the land today. He's taking a chance, he's taking a gamble on going with the lifted, whereas I'm going for the power. I've got the Turbo S. This one's got 170 horses.
So today's gonna be exciting for a lot of reasons. I haven't been able to go out mudding in a while. Going out with Julian, my partner in crime, is gonna be a lot of fun. Seeing him suffer a little bit, it's gonna be even more fun. At the end of the day, it's all good. As long as I win, I'm happy. Driving through the Everglades is amazing. It's a part of the area that nobody really gets to see unless you've got airboats or side-by-sides or ATVs. The machine that I've got here, the Polaris High Lifter, is the machine to have out here. It's deep, it's muddy, there's a lot of water, and you don't know how deep it is till you get into it. And there were a few times where water went over the top of this thing and I was drenched, but it pulled right through it. I think Julian's learning a lot out here. I saw him get stuck a few times so far, so I'm waiting for that moment where he's just gonna get buried and I'll have to save him. And I even played a little trick on Julian that he didn't even know. I saw him coming up from behind me. I dropped it in the two-wheel drive, and I just laid into the throttle, and it just threw a rooster all over the place. And I don't know if you've noticed how dirty he is, but I got him good.
This is mud, and the mud gets everywhere. I've been getting used to this machine. Basically, it seems to aquaplane over the water as fast as I can make it. Then all of a sudden, there'll be a huge, big puddle, and it just sinks. But I've got the hang of it now. You throw it straight into low ratio, and bang, it'll pull itself out every single time.
Now I know why side-by-sides are one of our biggest sellers. Even if you come out here with a buddy, you're gonna go home and buy one. You have to have it. And the thing is, you always ride in groups, and you always wanna outdo your buddies. So every year they come out with more horsepower, designs, higher lifts, stereo systems. They even got AC in these things now. The wheel's always turning. The R&D is always happening with these things. And it makes it so exciting. It makes it one of the fastest growing segments in our industry.
I have to be honest, when we started, I didn't think there was gonna be this amount of water. It has rained, but I didn't think it would have held on to the amount of moisture that's out here. It really is a marshland. Sam hasn't had to pull me out yet because it literally, I get this down to as deep as I can get it, but the torque pulls it out every single time. It's so powerful, but it's dirty. At one stage, Sam had his in the lake, and it was literally right up to his feet. I had mine extremely dirty from top to bottom. I'm covered. They were really, really good. They handle exceptionally well. They're really fast. They were able to handle everything that we threw at them. Really nasty, dirty water, extreme mud. They're extremely versatile and really quick. And the ones with the suspensions that's really high, they'll go anywhere. And that included an out-and-out drag race on what I would class as an airfield. So the test drive of these machines has been great. It gave me a good feeling to the amount of power that I've got, and also how deep it's going to go in the water, and then what I have to do to actually keep the momentum going all the time in the mud. And I'm really confident and comfortable now I can get this win.
So I got together with the best of the best, the Dirty Boys riding crew, and they picked this location out in the middle of the Everglades. They said this is the spot. From water to mud, we got it all out here.
The experience overall of the Everglades has been fantastic. What with the airboats yesterday, these side-by-sides today, getting muddy and dirty has been great. And now we're gonna race. It's gotta be done. That is ridiculous.
You got stuck out there? I saw you for a little while
I had to go back and forwards a couple of times, yeah.
I hit a couple big holes. Had no idea it was a hole, and the thing just went underwater. Water went over the top.
And you came flying past me, and there's just absolutely an inferno of mud. You know, if we'd planned this properly, we should have just put scuba gear on before we came out.
Or maybe what I'm wearing might work for you, because that polo shirt's not working so good for you right now, is it?
You look a bit on the damp side down there, too.
It might be dirty on the outside, but I'm clean on the inside.
All right, I think I'm ready for the challenge. There's an island literally in the middle of the lake, by the looks of it out here, and there's a canoe in the middle of the island.
Okay.
Let's make it to the canoe, big U-turn, and back to here.
But there's a lot more mud when you go over there to the right.
Yeah, but the canoe's a good turning place. You'll actually see it. It's bright, it's orange, it's there, it's visible.
Okay, so if I agree to that, the winner gets the loser to clean both vehicles.
That's it.
And you can use your OptiCoat.
It's exactly right. You can use the OptiCoat.
Deal. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna win this one. This one's mine. I'm just gonna stay to the left of the water and use all the power and all the torque of this machine and just glide over it, U-turn and glide back.
Julian sets the challenge on his own. Doesn't even ask my opinion, but it's fine. I know how to handle this. I will take care of it, and he will remain the OptiCoat cleaning kid when I'm done.
This thing is just a beast. So much power. I just stayed on the outside of the water, tried to find as much land as I could, and he went right through the mud. And because he's got that extra height, I thought he might steal it at the end, but nope, this thing kept going. Did it. And I do have mud in my shreddies.
The race starts. We got adrenaline rushing. I'm going good. I hit a big hole. Julian flies right by me. He must have known that hole was there because he intentionally picked the left side of the track, which I didn't realize was not as deep, definitely more shallow, and I didn't realize there's a big hole there. And that totally made me lose momentum. And you know what? He doesn't always win. He needs a win here and there. The worst part about it is I gotta clean these things, and it takes hours. You barely got me, and there's only one reason why you got me. You set me up. You knew that the right side was deep and the left side was shallow, and the water went totally over the top of me. I almost sunk the thing.
I would not disagree that I didn't know that already. I have to keep the power up on this because otherwise I bury down quickly. So the whole thing had to be fast there, round it, and fast back.
Whatever, fine, you won, whatever. Enjoy it.
Now, you've got to clean these two babies with OptiCoat.
I'll get it done, and it'll come out perfect. I'll use the OptiCoat.
Oh, man, what an exciting day, though.
We accomplished a lot.
We did. We certainly did.
We didn't break anything. We didn't get hurt.
We had the airboats, and now we've had really getting dirty in the cybersides.
What an experience.
It
From water to land to everything in between, we survived it all.
Can we go home?
It's time.
Yeah. I want to go and have a shower.
And then I gotta start working. Will you at least hold the hose?
Nope.
Help me out.
Nope,
A little
your
bit.
turn. Your turn. Your turn. I've always been the
Fine.
underdog on this one, so it's your turn.
And I have the OptiCoat that's in the trunk of your car?
You can.
Thank you.
I'll give you that. You can do that.
I appreciate it.
But remember, it's not always about the destination.
It's how you get there.
Now, you got some cleaning to do, so come on, let's get this done. I think Sam's going to wear his waders and his made-up wellies the next time he comes to the Everglades, absolutely. I think I'm quite happy getting dirty like a bloke. But I think Sam's finally coming around to my OptiCoat products. And with the mess of these two machines, he's got no choice. He's got to use it to clean them. I've got mud in my shreddies. I need to get out of here. How's my hair?
I don't want to admit to him because that's all he does is swear by these things. OptiCoat this, OptiCoat that, but the stuff does work. I've noticed it, but I can't feed into it and let him know that he won that too. I'm just gonna use it when he's not looking. And at the end of the day, the shine on these things are gonna look so good. When I call back the Dirty Boys crew, they're gonna be ecstatic that they look better than when they dropped them off to us. There's always something satisfying about going out, having a blast all day long, and going home and cleaning and detailing your machine. It's just so much fun. You don't mind doing it. You know, growing up as kids, you always wanna get dirty and play in the mud, and you think it's just a kid thing. Here we are as adults, still got the kid in you. You always wanna get dirty and play in the mud.